Hello Aquarius, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. Well, we've got the Six of Cups, Neptune, Scorpio has come out for you. So something from the past, a happiness from the past returns. This could be a very nostalgic period for you as well, where you're wanting to, there's happiness here. The Six of Cups is happiness. So that is what, as I drop it, that's what's crowning you for the reading today. And that's going to be the theme. It could be to do with a time in your life where you were happy, really, truly happy, and is coming back. Or it could be to do with something with your childhood that is coming back as well, a theme or someone around that from the past. So we'll pull some more cards for you, Aquarius. Now, I just need to let you know that the readings are going to be slightly shorter this fortnight because I've had a bit of a sore throat, so I'm keeping them pretty short. And if it does really resonate, this reading, there will be an extended reading. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. So be sure to watch all of your signs and placements to get the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And if you really enjoy this content, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. So the Two of Swords crossed by the Ace of Swords. It's hard to make a decision here because you're not necessarily seeing the truth of the situation. So how can you move forward if you don't know the truth of a situation? So there is something from the past returning. You wanting to step into the new here. Maybe rekindle something. Or maybe it's a sense of wanting to leave the past behind once and for all and bring the good things and leave the murk behind. There is some murkiness here with the Neptune Scorpio, I have to say. If we go deep, it's those deep underlying emotions that can feel a bit blur and yucky. And they can be around issues of things like betrayal, mistrust, even abuse for some of you. Just someone that you just... a lack of boundaries as well. It can be something murky that is kind of coming up to be cleared, because I feel like there's a reset point here with the Fool. I feel like you're wanting to step into the new, step into your own happiness as the theme, but releasing that thing that you're not sure of what that was. There was an issue maybe around that. And when issues, trust issues and boundary issues are kind of all blurred, it's hard to see where you begin and where the other person ends, what was your truth and what was someone else's truth. So these are sort of some of the things that are coming up here for you, and there's a big decision to be made around this. You have in the recent past the Chariot, so it could be around home, mother, any kind of issue around that. But it's also, I feel like you've overcome something. You've gotten stronger, and it might have felt that you were feeling quite vulnerable, needed some kind of protection, but it also feels like you've overcome something in the recent past. You've got the strength now to really look at this and take this on. I feel like you're ready to free yourself. So you have in the near future the Five of Cups. So there is an energy still stuck in the past here, and it can be related to a loss or a disappointment. And what you're wanting to do is bridge that and release the past and find the bridge to the future and find the possibilities and the good things that are still there standing for the future. So this is you. You are presenting as the High Priestess, which is a beautiful card to be presenting as. Highly intuitive energy. And really this energy knows how to navigate through that Neptunian Scorpio energy that's crowning you, relating to your happiness. It's not a logical energy. It's not something you're going to see with the swords, with your mind. It's not something that you're going to get the logical, intellectual answer for. You're going to have to really trust your intuition on that and really listen to what that's telling you. So... and it's also being able to understand the dark and the light and what that meant. What was the darkness and what was the light, and how those two can kind of intermesh into memories from the past as well. So then again, that can be a lack of clarity. So there is something from the past returning that needs to be clarified as well. The Eight of Pentacles. So the energy around you is, I feel like, it's kind of like your reality. The Eight of Pentacles is work. You might just be busy working, but all of this is happening in the background. There's something that is very concrete right in front of you with this Eight of Pentacles. You know, you can see it, you can work on it. You want to be finding something you can work on that you can see that's concrete, but there's nothing concrete about this energy. It's like an amoeba that's blobbing around, some of it. So the Eight of Pentacles is that you might be trying to find a safe place, a safe haven that feels more concrete and grounded for you. And that might be throwing yourself into work, or throwing yourself into creating something, or making something, or whatever it is that you do that feels like your concrete day-to-day activities. It might be, I just want to throw myself into that, so I don't have to necessarily deal with all of this, or it just gives me a base. The Eight of Swords, a solid base that I know that I can platform out from. The Eight of Swords and hopes and fears. This is limitations, really. This is really limitations around you. This could be someone was limited in sight. This can be breaking free of your own shackles and limitations. So it could be that someone just couldn't see something, or you didn't see this. It's hard to see what's going on. So you're wanting to have a clearer vision of what this is, and boom, in comes the Emperor. Wow, Aquarius. It's so interesting, actually. And it's a little bit like your fellow air sign Gemini reading, which I've just done, which was like, oh, all this sort of situation you're not sure about, you're a bit confused about, and then suddenly, boom, in comes a reality, in comes something really big and huge to do with this. And it's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. That's just come completely out of the water, and it's something big, it's something solid. There's something very successful coming out of this. The Emperor energy. And at the base, we have the Seven of Cups. So there are a lot of options around this. Some things are illusionary and some things aren't. And it's just a matter of picking through what's right. But the Emperor comes in and says, right, I'm going to find a successful conclusion. He is the maker of something that is a concrete reality. He brings success. So whatever this is related to, this could be even your career. For example, you're trying to do something and there seems to be this sort of sense of you're in a bit of a fog or confusion. Whatever this is, the Emperor does come in and asserts himself and says, right, I need to be taking action here. I need to be making this energy, turning something into a successful, from a confusing energy into a successful energy. So I feel like something very successful lands for you, just kind of out of the blue, Aquarius. This might be someone very powerful that you're dealing with as well. And really, it's got a lot to do with issues of personal power and how you assert yourself in the world, because a lot of this could have been around issues from the past where you didn't assert yourself, where there was a boundary that you didn't know how to assert yourself because you didn't know where the boundary was. It was the blur. So how can you do that? But the Emperor's got very clear boundaries. You know where they are, and you know how to assert yourself. So it's really a message of putting yourself first here as well, stepping into your power, your authority, and really taking action with this. That is what's going to bring success with this energy and with this decision that feels like it's pending here. So the Emperor is bringing you a lot of really good stuff and exactly what you're looking for. And he's kind of saying, you know, if it feels like things are just not feeling grounded or real, it is inside of you. Trust yourself. Trust what you're feeling. Trust what it is that you want. It may not be what someone else is saying, but you've got to really trust your gut on this, on who you are. And that's going to bring the success you're looking for. So this says, freedom is my divine right. It says, I am free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I am created to be. And that just kind of pretty much summed up this whole reading. You're moving beyond the past limitations. And I feel like a lot of this, Aquarius, has not been you. It's been something to do with someone else's opinions, or someone else's kind of imposed something upon you. It's not necessarily it could be you. I mean, you can take ownership of it. The Emperor does take ownership. But either way, it could be, you know, you've grown up with in a family that there were boundary issues, or you've been in a relationship that was kind of a bit of gaslighting, or it can be any of those kind of things happening where it feels like it's the other person that's actually got the boundary things happening, have taught you to be that way. And it's really coming back to your heart, to who you are. And we have it's a beautiful energy here, actually. I love this heart because for me, this is the charm that's coming out for you, Aquarius. You can see one side is bigger than the other. There's one side that's ready to develop. And it's sort of like there's been something that you've been neglecting inside your heart that, again, we come back to that Six of Cups, that for some reason this happiness or a happiness from the past it became murky. It's taking the good things, the things that's coming back to you. Sorry, that's just my alarm. The things that are coming back to you, that you are ready to develop part of your heart now into the bigger version of who you are. So connecting really into your heart, listening to that, connecting to your personal power is all what this is about. And it's a very, very empowering time for you. I think that this is something that you're going to suddenly like be very clear and take some really positive actions and steps around this, and it's going to feel good. So that's it, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to take it over we're going to continue the reading in the extended reading now. We're going to see what else is coming in with the Emperor, what else is coming in the near future, and what is coming in with bridging this gap, releasing the past. And we're also going to tune in and pull some cards specifically for career, money, love, and relationships, which will be good to kind of focus in on those areas, because there's been a lack of clarity of something in here. It's been around a murkiness. So sometimes we'll try and get some focus in. It gives us some more kind of practical cards, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. So the link for that is in the description box below. I'd love it if you come over. It's always a really great journey to go on together, and usually a really interesting reading. And if this is where we're leaving each other, thank you so much for joining me, Aquarius, and enjoy. Please take care.